Crescent Ballroom, how's it going? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, a little bit of volume in our microphone. All right, we're looking good tonight. How's it going? Welcome to This Week Sucks Tonight. Good Lord. We've been away for 2 whole weeks, man. We've been away for 2 weeks. We're back. We're worse than ever. We were in New York last week, myself and that motherfucker. And it was quite the experience, man. I lost like $300 in a dice game in Brooklyn. Like I feel like I live in New York now. I feel like I have the spirit of Biggie in me right now. My name is Omar Newton. I'm the host of the night. Let's get a room temperature. How's the back of the room doing? Okay. That's the best it's been all year, actually. Usually you guys do not give a fuck that this is happening. And like, I don't blame you, but like, part of me does. How's the right side of the room doing? You guys are like a street team for the Jabberwockies over here. You guys fresh from Venice Beach over here? The fuck is good? Tan is a motherfucker. You guys filled up on San Diego carnicerias and then showed up. It's a Mexican reference. How's the left side of the room doing over here? Oh, there we go. I got a black lady that refuses to look at me because she know I'm about to fuck up. She was like, I ain't got time to be disappointed in you, nigga. She's like, I plan to leave 5 minutes into this bitch. I will make a grand exit. That's black people. I will make a grand exit. They don't make a grand entrance. I will leave with style, though. I will stomp out of your room. Bitch, I'm gone. All right, how's the middle of the room doing? Yeah. All right. So, cool. Everybody's here. Everybody's reverent. This is a very Phoenix energy coming from New York. This is a very like, we have to go to work tomorrow still, so just be funny, you bitch. All right. So, we do have a very lackluster show. The week off did not prepare us to be any better. We did get this screen though. Look at this shit. Look at this. Now you can finally see all my bad Photoshops. Isn't this great? Look at the shitty Pusha T Photoshop. You can see the edges in his neck. I don't really. I paid for Photoshop not to be perfect at it, just to be okay. So without further ado, I'll introduce my co-host. Let's get some fucking walk-up music. Give it up for my co-host, the 1% himself, the GOP, the man who orchestrated that meeting in the DMZ, responsible for all of Wall Street's shortcomings. Give it up for Michael James Turner! Is that Luther? Hey! You get invited to the cookout, white people. Oh, don't bring your potato salad. Leave that shit in the fridge. Don't bring it. Don't bring your potato salad. Don't bring your potato salad or your in-dime lettuce. Nobody wants your heirloom tomatoes in the cookout, bitch. We want that meat. We want them grits. We want fine girls with big old tits. Oh! Hey! I'll leave this song on all night. This could be the show.
When you register as a Republican, you can't know the words of that song once you register as a Republican. That shit comes with it. I can just mumble it.
That's actually half the lyrics.
That's half the lyrics. Luther, are you saying anything on that first verse? No, not a damn thing.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
You gotta wonder, what do I do?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were in New York. Yeah, we were in New York. It was alright.
It was okay.
I liked the couple. You know what? A little too much. What's the word for me? Diversity. You know. I mean, you get off the one bad stop on the subway in Brooklyn, and it's a little different. That's all I'm saying. So.
Brooklyn ain't the same as it used to be in the 90s. I saw a bunch of cold brew places. I'm like, this ain't what fucking Biggie was talking about. This ain't it.
Well, you got hustled by 5 white dudes in a dice game in Brooklyn. If that's not gentrification, I don't know what is.
Dude, it's bad for black people out there, man.
That's the realest shit I've ever seen.
I got hustled in a dice game, then I went to the corner and got a macrame oatmeal scone.
And it was good. You didn't get a macaroon?
I don't know. White people change in New York, dog. Shit is weird up there now.
A macaroon for your octoroon?
A macaroon for an octoroon. It's a macaroons for octoroons.
Octoroon macaroon.
That's gonna be the new shit. I'm gonna have a startup.
They opened it in Williamsburg.
Yeah. Down in Astoria, down by Queensbridge.
You wear plaid every day. I'm 1/8 black. And, I make macaroons.
I'm wearing jorts because I respect my people.
Yeah, a lot of diversity there.
A lot of diversity.
I didn't love that. So back to be back. Glad to be back.
Glad to be back in old Phoenix, AZ. We have a quick announcement before we get into what we've prepared for you tonight. This Tuesday, we're going to talk about our New York trip over at Valley Bar. You should go. It's going to be at 7:30. It's going to have a bunch of dope stand-up comedians. We have Dave Ross, Ty Rivera, Chris Thayer, a bunch of... We're going to be there. We're going to show all our pictures from our New York trip. And this is going to be a fun night of stand-up. Much better than it'll be tonight. I promise you.
We'll just be breaking down the first season of The Deuce, actually.
Yeah. It's going to be me complaining about how Westworld doesn't make sense.
Very good. I'll be referencing Slim Charles throughout the evening. So, it'll be fun.
It'll be just dandy. What'd you end up doing this week?
You know what? The New York did heavy travel. Ended up in Denver on a layover.
Okay. You were in Denver.
Yeah, on the way back.
Did that where that you like doing an FBI training or some shit?
Well, Junior Academy FBI.
Okay, I think somebody sent a video of you. And
I had a good time. What's up?
This is you in Denver right
You
here.
caught me?
This is Mike in
well,
Denver.
no, this was Saturday, and I was letting loose a little bit. This is fun, and
oh, you did a
that's your
backflip.
board.
Is that a?
That's a
Oh, that is a gun.
Oh, that was yep.
Wow.
That's a 9mm.
Interesting. They gave you a gun.
Well,
Let's get a slow-mo of this. Here we go. Gun out of the asshole. Pow! And then he shoots it. This, my man back there is gone. That is the blackest response I've ever seen from a white person. He was like, nigga, I'm out. These white people are crazy. I'm gone, my G.
Well, good thing we were in New York. I met with my lawyer beforehand. Shout out to all my Jewish people out there. And the Weinsteins, the Goldstein firm, they all took care of me. So I'm good. That actually, it's like it didn't happen.
Interesting.
That was a clock.
Standard.
And yeah, Denver is, you know, in my defense, they were playing the remix to Ignition. I don't know if you ever heard that. So try not to backflip on that one. It was hot and fresh.
Let's change the marquee just a wee bit.
Do you want to? I was proud of being the only white man up here.
Well, yeah, you got half white with Drake right here. There you go. Yeah, half white.
Pusha
T. We had this up for 2 weeks ago when the Pusha T Drake beat popped off.
And Pusha T is twice as black, so it evens out.
That's fair. It's real mulatto over here. It looks like a box of Lorna Doone cookies over here.
If you
looks
told
like
me
a box of Nilla wafers in this bitch. Look at this shit over here. That's like a cheesecake.
Looks like a Napolitano right there.
So I'm gonna change out Pusha T because really he only had one good week, and then we'll put Trump in there because Trump hasn't been on marquee in a while, y'all. Come on, he's having a damn good week, motherfucker. Just globetrotting and making deals with dictators.
Front runner.
Doesn't it feel good to finally be the evil villain in this story that we've always been? Motherfuckers forgot we raped and killed all the Indians, and we just now realizing we're a shit country this week. Welcome to the reality, bitches. All right, so we're going to start the show with, we're going to talk about the clarity of the screen.
How clear the screen is.
The screen is very clear.
How clear the screen is.
I wanted to use this picture of our house manager and lighting guy, Trevor Skies.
A lot of you, a lot of people are always confused. They always confuse him with the gay Roger Klotz from Doug, but it's
not who he is.
It's not the gay bully from Doug. It is a real person.
We really just wanted to show you guys
bacon hair.
How excited we are to have such clarity. And you know, we used to put it on this brick wall. You couldn't see shit, but now we can see all the details.
We can see the bricks.
We can see the other bricks.
Yeah, we can see more bricks.
And you know what? With this high definition visual we're working with, I wanted to do a zoom just so you can see how much detail you can see.
Sons of Anarchy.
Let's do a zoom right here, and actually you can see that all the studs are actually butt plugs. They're butt plugs. They're all butt plugs. They're a bunch of her jacket.
Actually, it's fun.
And really, you gotta respect Trevor for the detail in his fashion.
I heard. Have you ever seen him at night? He puts little trolls on those little troll things. A one on each butt plug.
I thought he gives anal to a bunch of gerbils.
Yeah.
So one more time for the butt plug jacket that Trevor's probably wearing right now.
Trevor, do you have the butt plug jacket on? You do, of course you do.
All right, let's start.
It's 111 degrees. He's got a butt plug leather jacket.
He's got a butt plug leather jacket.
Shout out to GW. I saw his homeland, or I saw the 9/11 memorial. I saw what he did. I saw his masterpiece.
His coup d'etat.
Those buildings don't fall like that.
Okay. I'm glad we're not in New York anymore. You were on one.
Yeah. New York was fun. I had some questions and I left with no answers.
All right. So we're going to talk about this day in history, the events that happened on this day in history so we don't repeat them. First up, in 1777, the Continental Congress chooses the national flag. It shows this weak ass shit.
That is so weak.
It's
look,
boring,
you can see the
dog.
threading. Is that Egyptian
trash, dog? I mean, we could come with more imagination. I mean, we could have put like some fucking scorpions on that bitch.
We have scorpions in this country.
Yeah, we got like dope ass deadly scorpion. Maybe like a bear.
That'd be dope.
Little bear in there, like yo. And if you have a bear, just give it a big old good old bear dick. Bear dick. A big bear dick for a big bear country. And just to represent all genders, let's just give them some titties too.
Bear
Just
titties.
really confuse the British, all right? Let's do something with ourselves.
I'll tell you what, the
Really
Indians
drop the
wouldn't have
ball.
seen that coming.
You know, I tell you what.
The Indians would not have seen that coming. Yeah.
All right there.
Bear
that
dick.
flag.
3 scorpions you fit on there. Good for you.
Well, one of the scorpions is going after that old dick. All right.
Jesus Christ. This is how we're opening
This
the
is
show.
America.
This is
what
America.
Donald Glover was talking
Don't
about.
catch them slipping. Right? Isn't that
Don't
what
catch
you're
you
saying?
slipping,
Don't
no.
catch you slipping, no.
You catch the dick enough.
You got another rhyme?
I can rhyme all night, dog. I went to community college. I know how to rap.
You've got Mars bars. That's what they teach at MCC?
Yes, that's exactly what they teach. All right, next up on this day in history, in 1934, Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini meet in Vienna. Oh, what's that?
That is not
That's
the
not the picture.
That's a different picture.
Yeah, get that off. There's the right
Oh, there
picture.
they are.
Sorry about that. A little light confusion. Sorry there, folks.
That's weird. It's probably the new screen.
A lot of similarities. I mean, I easily get confused there.
Well, as far as the context of the meeting, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Next up on this day in history, in 2002, The Bourne Identity, featuring this famous mini car chase scene with old Matt Damon, hits theaters. You guys see The Bourne Identity? I've seen all these like moderately
Supremacy.
okay movies.
We've got a moderate hand
Moderate
gesture by
Matt
Trevor.
Damon.
Trevor saw it.
Matt Damon. This movie upset me because it made it seem like Matt Damon was capable of fighting, and we all know that's untrue. This motherfucker ain't beating up nobody.
This dude right here.
Ain't beating up nobody. Get the fuck out of
Give me
here.
a rolled up magazine.
This nigga
I'll
ain't
shoot
playing
out the
shit.
window.
The only way this face is killing something if he's wearing a trench coat and Columbine. Oh shit!
Funny thing about that
Ooh.
movie, I think he
See.
killed somebody in the movie.
That is 13 minutes into the show, the first high school shooting joke. That's
There's
a
only
record.
one per night. Kids are safer at home.
Oh gosh. Let's talk about the birthdays this week. I got some celebrity birthdays coming on the pipe. It is Che Guevara's birthday. Little's known about Che Guevara other than his highly successful T-shirt company.
Right, H&M, you got H&M, you get that at Target.
I think he's just primarily a T-shirt company guy, and I've seen those shirts a lot.
He's wealthy.
Happy birthday to Che Guevara.
What he did. He's like, it's like Gucci, right?
Yeah, he was like the Yeezy before the Yeezy was.
Yeah.
The Yeezy.
Funny. I heard he's funny too. Good sense of humor.
He's a very funny dude. I mean, I think he's got that. This is where Samuel Jackson got his style from.
It's the whole style of the Kango?
backwards Kango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's actually, you know what? That's David Pena's father.
That's
Right there. You remember David Pena?
That was
The
like-
audience right there.
I think that's Ty Rivera right
Ty
there.
Rivera fucked David Pena, and then
Ty Rivera and a Kango.
that's actually Freddie Prinze
there.
Sr. right there. Too bad he went ahead and killed himself.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Next up on the birthday, Boy George's birthday is today. God bless the
Boy
sweet
George.
androgynous bitch.
Caitlyn Jenner ain't got shit on that.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Well, that's
ass
a hot
man.
mic. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
I wish that man was my mom and my dad. And finally, the last birthday we're celebrating. I bet you guys did not know that today is
Whose
Donnie T's birthday.
Oh, no.
I just wanted to post up his Me Too moment right here. That's definitely what's going to get him under. He is trying to rape a boy.
Is that Tom Brady's kid?
Hey, that boy is
Brady's
struggling.
son.
That is a young elementary school boy that is experiencing way too much adult.
But somehow he's safer than being at a school right now. That's
bet you
another.
this
That's 2 school shooting jokes, guys. 2 school
I
shooting
bet you
jokes.
this is going to propel him to shoot up his school. That's
Yeah.
3. We could make a
We
dozen.
Can go,
We can
anybody
make a
can get
dozen
it.
before
3rd
the
graders,
first.
4th graders,
Anybody could get it.
country music fans. anybody.
Oh, man. All right, this show's canceled. Fuck it.
All right.
You fucking crosswalk.
Hot mic.
You know, he was born in 1946, exactly 9 months after World War II stopped. That means his parents were fucking on V-Day. Isn't that crazy?
I thought
That's a passionate American fuck. That's an amazing fuck. His father profited off of war. He was a war profiteer, so he had enough money to buy those suspenders that made Donnie Trump's mom just all wet And she went ahead and just fucked him silly. She let him do all types of crazy shit. Put cigars in her asshole. It was a real American day. I think you can get away with a lot on V-Day. I think on V-Day you're at least going to try anal. And then Donald Trump was conceived when Hitler died. So, I mean, the spirit just passed on. It's really nice.
That's all factual, actually.
These are all facts.
We looked into that, and yeah.
These are all facts. We're going to talk about the deaths. We do talk about the celebrity deaths this week. We did have a bad one. Tony Bourdain died last week. That was sad. But the deaths we're going to talk about is the only thing that died this week was LeBron ever being greater than MJ. So, it's over, bitch. You ain't never gonna be. You ain't never gonna be better than MJ, you stinky ass hoe. Your bald spot.
Gerald.
Get your rose gold hair out of here, dog. Alright, we're gonna get into this week so far.
What happened? What happened?
What had happened was, this segment is officially called What Had Happened Was.
And don't forget, it's brought to you by White Monster.
Why do you always have to drink half the can every time you say that? You don't need that much
Fuels me.
energy at 11 fucking
It's my spinach. My Popeye's spinach.
Sure, Popeye's. Alright, guys. It goes down in the DMZ. Don Presidente met with Supreme Leader and lesbian crockpot collector Kim Jong-un. Here he is pictured doing the customary shoveling of baby carrots. That is customary and
That's fun.
is a Korean heritage tradition.
What, they dip those in soy sauce over there? What do they do?
Just leave them in the refrigerator for a week too long, and then you present them to a Supreme Leader.
Huh. It looks like cheese puffs.
North Korean, those are baby carrots.
Cheese puffs?
The clarity in the screen, you cannot mistake those for cheese puffs.
They got a weird angle. Looks like cheese puffs.
He's in North Korea. Here's the official handshake. Now, mind you, Kim Jong-un doesn't speak or understand a lick of English. Now, look at Trump talk. I like you so much.
Have you been to New York?
I've been to New York.
It's great.
Have you tried my steaks?
Is that new hair? Is that new haircut?
I've got a handful of baby carrots in my pocket.
Same hair?
Let's look this way. He's so confused right now. Look at Kim Jong-un. Looking like he just got breastfed.
He is in too deep right now.
It is rough.
In too deep.
So this is a big moment in American history. Not just American history, but North Korean history as well. We've never had a sitting president meet a North Korean whatever their title, dictator or supreme leader, or whatever their fucking name is.
Chairman, something like that.
The meeting made for a lot of emotional reactions, mainly in Chicago Bulls legend and problematic aunt at Thanksgiving, Dennis Rodman. They're like he just brought rolls to Thanksgiving. I told you to bring the fucking ham, bitch. You were supposed to bring the ham. I told you to pick the ham up.
He's somehow constantly late for a Poison concert. Yeah. That's beautiful.
He looks like he owns all of Cameo's records on vinyl. Word up.
Balls deep in Carmen Electra.
Alright, so here's the video of Dennis Rodman getting real choked up with this historic meeting.
When I went back home, I got so many death threats. I got so many death threats. I was sitting there protecting everything. And I believed in North Korea. And when I went home, I couldn't even go home. I couldn't even go home. I had to hide for 30 days.
Damn,
Where'd
son.
you go for 30 days?
He went to Arby's.
No, he did not go to Arby's for
People just assumed he worked there. They used to know Arby's employees look like.
They start calling him Big Montana by the end of the show.
He was like, we have the meats.
he's applying for the job, the Ving Rhames job.
Trump actually sent a movie trailer to Kim Jong-un to persuade him to meet up. Here's the movie trailer he sent
Their
Kim
story
Jong-un.
is well known, but what will be their sequel? Destiny Pictures presents a
Destiny
story
Pictures?
of
What the fuck?
opportunity, a new story, a new beginning, one of peace, two men, two leaders, one destiny.
What? They said Destiny 4 times already.
Is Armageddon?
I know, I feel like I'm about to watch Volcano.
Yeah, I feel like Bruce Willis should say
If Tommy Lee Jones doesn't show up.
Story of a special moment in time when a man is presented with one chance that
Why is there a basketball player here?
When a man is presented with one chance.
And then, like, what is this? Stephon Marbury shows up? What the fuck is this nigga? Is that Derek Fisher?
Steve, are you still acting? I was in a trailer for Kim Jong-un.
Is that Derek Fisher? Just shows up and does a dunk? That's the one that got Kim Jong-un super wet. He was like, you know what? If you're gonna have niggas dunking, I'm down. Hopefully we become the axis of evil like I've always hoped. I just want some motherfucking lasers, dog. I want to shoot people with lasers. I'll join the military. Next up on this week so far, IHOP, in the PR move of the week, IHOP changed their name to IHOB. You guys see this shit?
What? Did everybody see this?
They flipped the P upside down and changed it to a B because they're trying to highlight their burgers. Did anybody know IHOP serve fucking burgers?
The
Who
chefs
gives
did
a
not know
shit?
that. Yeah.
So they're trying to promote their burger. It's one of the biggest PR stunts any fast food chain has done since McDonald's started putting only black people in their commercials. They went from International House of Pancakes to International House of Bitch, please. I didn't come here for a burger, all right?
Giving them damn
Bring me the goddamn chocolate chip pancakes, you stupid bitch. Get the fuck out of here. In response, Waffle House changed their name to Waffle Spouse, and for $69, they'll let you marry and raw dog a pile of waffles.
You can start fucking them? Where did you get that at? Where did you get that at? Woo! Oh my god, I did not know that was coming.
Look at the pile of waffles! Look at this big Deontay Wilder looking nigga.
Oh my god.
It's looking like a linebacker for the Buccaneers. Raw dog and a pile. Oh, I had so much fun photoshopping this. I did not give a fuck what you guys are talking about. I saw a grown man's dick and I put a waffle on top of it. What have you done this week?
What did you do?
What did you do this week? I did this for you. I came from New York with a mission.
In the interest of full disclosure, we do know that Waffle House has circular waffles. I know, it's just a joke.
I'm unaware. I show up to the Waffle House, I shovel the food in my mouth, I leave.
You don't raw dog?
I don't raw dog a pile of waffles like the running back for the New Orleans Saints does here.
That's who that is too?
That is, I'm just changing anybody.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so next up,
LeGarrette Blount's up there.
AT&T now officially owns Time Warner, and one of the biggest mergers and purchases went through all the antitrust courts and all that shit to make sure it wasn't a fucking monopoly. With it, it now owns media conglomerates like CNN, TNT, and HBO. Woo! So now AT&T is in control of all that shit. The good news is that not only will the storyline in Westworld continue to not make sense, but now the robots will have shittier cell phone coverage. So they're just
Gonna be like, you know what? I'm in the valley.
I'm
I'm
actually,
in the valley.
if I get some Wi-Fi to plan the revolution,
I've been trying to text the man in the black
take
hat for
over.
about
If
20
you guys
minutes.
are completely confused with this picture and what we're just talking about, that is the entire series of
That's the
Westworld.
concept. I
None of it
explain.
fucking makes sense.
I could explain the whole thing. You wouldn't know anything.
It would take me 10 minutes for you to get that it's actually a show.
It is good because it's spoiler free, though. I could tell you everything that happened. You don't know.
It's amazing how unimportant the news is in 2 whole weeks of us not being here. Here's the next biggest news. Pete Davidson married Ariana Grande.
He's joining the itty bitty titty committee. What he's doing?
And she looks like a young teenage girl, and he looks like a pedophile at a Peter Piper pizza. So both of them are 24 years old. This nigga does not look 24, he looks 53. He looks like he has mesothelioma in his fucking neck. This dude looks like Spider-Man if he just died in the first comic.
It's like I always say, you're 24 years old. You don't even know what Brian McKnight was talking about on Back in One. You know what I mean?
24-year-olds getting married.
It's the dumbest shit you could do.
It's the dumbest shit ever, man.
I'm thrice divorced. I'm thrice widowed.
Meanwhile, I wish I was Pete Davidson and made even half the amount of money he made. I'm a weak-ass bitch. Alright, next up, the World Cup started today. That's the appropriate response
That's
for
the
Americans.
American reaction.
It's an American response.
One solo clap.
The World Cup started today, or as most people in the U.S. call it, can you literally turn the TV to anything else right now?
So
Name
they,
of the World Cup.
so they just kick it? They just kick
I don't get it. That's right. It's that time period that happens every 4 years where Mike acts like he's into soccer in order to hook up with hot Mexican high school girls.
And it works every 4 years.
As an
Viva
8-year-old
Mexico.
high school girl.
Oh, I didn't know the HD would be so clear. Those are nipples.
Those are usually when you have the brick wall. You
We
can't
were
really see
testing
the
this
nipples.
screen right off the bat. Those are clearly green nipples.
We are breaking the liquor license.
And I
right
love
now.
all those girls.
Oh wow.
Si se puede.
The clarity is just knocking
Si
us out.
se
right now.
puede. Estoy un caballero de la noche.
Okay, you
Y
gotta
me
stop.
gusta fútbol. Norteamericano? No, it's football. Football. Me gusta fútbol y chichis.
Estábado Unidos.
Chichis y mámame bonito, mámame bonita. Chupas mi verga. I haven't worked in a kitchen, but I own a few waffle spouses.
It's a solid callback to a joke that worked moderately.
Yes.
Good job.
Mámame bonita, which means suck me beautiful.
Okay.
I learned that watching American Pie in Spanish. So, shout out to Ostraker.
Okay. All right.
That's a deep reference to a film in
Mike,
1998.
we gotta move on. This picture's
All right.
been up for a while.
Me gusta chicharito. Chicharito. Rápido, rápido. Rápido, chicharito. Mamma me.
Mamma mia? That's Italian.
Mamma me.
Mamma.
Am I sounding Italian? Mamma me.
Okay. All
They're very comparable, both romance
right.
languages.
Okay. All right. Drake made his first public. Oh, I forgot the. I was gonna go right to the Drake story. Here's Russia showing up to the World Cup.
Oh yeah,
This is a real bear. Hold on, look at it. This is a real fucking bear. And he's playing a horn. Like he just takes the horn away, like, bear, please. And the bear's sad. He didn't even attack the human. Dude, we'll never fucking beat Russia in a ground war. Watch the bear. Watch the bear. He's sick of being in traffic. It's a real fucking
yes,
bear.
a real
Watch,
bear.
watch the bear. Watch the bear.
This is
The bear
Russia.
is giving the fuck you symbol. The fuck you symbol to other pedestrians. They taught the bear that. And he just hit the bear in the mouth. Dude, we're gonna fucking
Dude, we
die.
gotta go to Russia.
Dude,
We gotta go to Russia.
Figure this out.
That's wild.
Dude, Russia is on some other shit,
Yo, we
G.
could've
My
put that
God.
there. That's
Russia's on some
wild.
other shit, my
He
guy.
blew a vuvuzela. is what he
Bitch,
blew.
you thought the Facebook hacks were bad? Wait till they have bears showing up and fucking you while you're in your Camry.
You ain't even got bears in Westworld. What the fuck?
Dumb. You're dumb. You're gonna die. All right, back to the story. Drake. Drake made his first public appearance this week since getting decapitated by King Push.
Pink push.
Let's all, I don't know, we're all Drake fans up here on the stage. I know you weak ass bitches try to pretend that you don't fuck with Drake, and that's why you're never invited to all the dope pool parties. But
Make some noise if you fuck with J. Cole on the low. Anybody fuck with J. Cole?
Oh, that's the dumbest motherfucker.
Davey,
ever.
get the fuck out of here with
People who
that.
fuck with-
You ain't listening. He's talking about real shit, man.
J. Cole makes smart.
ATM means that the money. You're using money in a weird way in
J.
America.
Cole makes smart music for dumb people.
Gotta listen.
ATM, count it up, count it up, count it. He's talking about money.
Talking
see?
about wealth
There's
inequality.
no subtlety
You
in
don't
what I'm
get it.
rapping about.
You don't get it.
Spend all your money.
You never seen Robin Hood.
Fuck out of here, J. Cole. Meanwhile, I saw J. Cole at the Welcome Diner here 6 months ago when he was in town, and I fronted so hard and dapped him up.
Yep.
I'm the fakest nigga on the block. I was like, what up, Jermaine? What up, Mr. Nice Watch? Young Simba? I'm
Young
down.
Simba.
I listened to all the albums.
Mr. Nice Ones?
Then I went home listening to Drake's Thank Me Later. Like a soft bitch. Alright, back to Drake. I'm done yelling about J. Cole.
What Drake do?
Drake definitely lost the battle. We can all accept that. And he was been absent from social media and regular day life for about 2 weeks. And then he resurfaced just yesterday. Now, some of the ongoings that happened, Jay Prince, one of these fucking guys from Houston, I don't know who he is. I guess
Jesus.
he's
Disrespect.
a Houston god. I don't fucking pay attention to Houston rap. It's a dirty city.
Jay Prince.
And Jay Prince said that Drake has a diss record that will destroy Pusha T and Kanye West's entire career, and he told them not to release it. So Drake did not release the record, and instead he resurfaced on the internet yesterday with this music video for the weakest song he's ever dropped, ever. Have you guys heard I'm Upset yet? It is fucking garbage. It is the worst goddamn song Drake has ever made in his entire
You ain't
life.
listening though. He's upset.
So here's the video.
That's why he's upset.
So here he is again trying to be a. So if you guys, do you guys remember the raps that Pusha said he's a deadbeat dad? Apparently Drake has a son in London, and he decided to release a music video with him in full-on sweats, fucking somebody else. He's a deadbeat dad. We just accept that at this point. He's creeping out of bed. High school reunion. Oh, you got a fucking high school girl now?
Well, I mean, Pete Davidson did it.
And they're both the color of Nilla wafers, so.
Oh, he sipped some Hennessy.
And where is he?
Is that mouthwash or Hennessy?
What is that? Is he at the
Champagne.
He's walking on. He's
He
on
is
the
champagne
Raptors
fountain.
court. He's fucking somebody on the Raptors half court line, and then he has. Why would you put that on a marquee? I'm upset. This is the softest shit any rapper's ever done since Drake released a press release after Pusha T's diss record.
First of all, he just had a diss track about him, and his first response is, "I'm upset."
All right, so who watches Degrassi High? Who watched it? Get these Canadians out of here. Get the Canadians the fuck out of here.
Che Guevara watched it.
Get these Canadian fucks out of here. All right, so I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. Here's the music video is a Drake Degrassi High School reunion. So if you watch the show, you'll recognize all these people. I'm sure this song is making everyone in here upset because it's so bad.
Oh, I can hear it.
Drake, take care of your fucking son, dog. Like enough is enough. Speaking of deadbeat dads, Sunday is Father's Day.
Oh, that's a fun segue.
How many of us are dads in here except for Damian Ramos? Damian, raise your hand. That is a father neglecting his daughter right now.
One of his best jokes involves her being dropped on the ground.
That's
his closer.
That's South Phoenix.
Yeah. Shout out to 24th and Broadway.
That's South Phoenix. Oh, the black people got upset. They also live there.
It's close to the airport,
I'm a
okay?
couple of blocks south of the
All right,
Lolos.
we've got good Circle K.
You can find me near the Walgreens that just shuttered their doors. You guys want to hear some dad jokes? Yeah. Of course you do. Then we're going to get our guests up here. All right, who's got a good dad joke?
Does anybody have a good dad
Who
joke?
has a really good dad joke?
Somebody's got to have a good dad joke out there.
Damien, do you have a good dad joke?
I knew you did.
Damien, get up here and tell your
with
dad joke.
fake
Give it up
ass
for
glasses.
Damian Ramos.
Look at him with his Walgreens
He's gonna,
glasses.
he's gonna come here to his dad joke.
Alright, guys.
Oh, Jesus, be quick about it.
I'm quick.
Get the mic near your mouth.
Tell
Anyways.
that to the mother of the child.
Damien's gonna do a dad joke for us. Go for it, Damien.
So why can't you hear a pterodactyl in the bathroom? Why? Because the P is silent.
Pretty good dad joke.
That's
Pretty
pretty good.
Pretty good
That's
dad
pretty
joke.
good. I got one.
Oh, the mic-
I got one. A baby seal walks into the bar. Bartender asks him what he'll have. The seal says, anything but the Canadian club. Huh? He's gonna beat the baby seal with the.
All right, I
you
got
guys
one.
get it.
I got
So-
one. If you see a robbery at an Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness? Bam! We're doing dad jokes, you fuckers!
Anybody got one? You got one?
Who's about to get impregnated tonight?
Oh man!
I'm about to be a 3-time father out work release. I got the stage open for one more dad joke. Who's got
One more
a pretty
dad
good
joke?
dad joke?
You got one?
Oh, we got Ryan Guy.
Ryan Guy's probably
Guy's
got several.
Oh, give it up for Ryan Guy. He's gonna come into a dad
If you
joke.
guys ever go to the Henry and need wine, you ask for Ryan Gardner.
All right. So first of all, he definitely looks like a father.
I do. I don't know if I am, but maybe.
Well, that's not a dad joke.
Dad joke?
That's good, though.
That's fine.
That's your dad
fine.
joke.
So the dad joke goes like this. What's a pirate's favorite letter? No, you'd think it'd be the R, but me first love has always been the C.
That's pretty
Oh, a baby sweet Joseph
Give it
Gardner,
up for right guy with the most comprehensible dad joke we have in the evening.
Comprehensive dad joke.
I don't think we're gonna get one better than that. I think we're gonna segue right into our first guest of the evening. Is everyone ready?
This is a father as well, I think.
Oh man.
This is Phoenix's father.
This is Phoenix's dad.
Yeah.
Compton definitely looks like a dad if he worked at a record store. It's a thinly veiled hatred for millennials joke.
Compton always looks like he meant to be in Flagstaff. So this isn't Flagstaff?
Like his former life was Prescott Pete.
Yeah, exactly.
They used to call me Prescott Pete.
He's constantly looking for an NAU alumni party.
We love Compton. We love Compton. He's manning our live feed. And before we
He's
get
taking
into it,
photos and everything.
he's doing everything.
He's doing
tonight.
so much.
He actually brought a glass of wine that he's spilling himself. He is taking all the casualties. Give it up for Compton.
We don't do it for the gram. We
And
do it
Jesse
for Compton.
Marie, whose leg is all broken.
Yeah.
Alright, these are crew. Trevor Skies, we're gonna do 7 minutes on everybody tonight. We're just gonna have a good time. It's almost midnight. You guys clearly don't have good jobs because you'd be asleep right now. So let's just get right into our show. The first guest coming to the stage tonight. Who is it? I don't even know who the fuck this person's name is. Oh, okay, somebody that doesn't matter. Please put your hands together for the wonderful Leslie Barton.
Real quick, Ryan just won the dad joke thing. You get a pack of, I've been using them as sleeping bags, but they're Magnum condoms, so. Yeah, they double as sleeping bags.
We'll get those likes back there, Trig. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys are taking care of Trig back there.
You don't want to be a father. You're the
How are
father
you
of
guys
Phoenix. How are
tonight?
you, Leslie?
I'm
Doing
good. I'm good. New York went well. Maybe I'll thanks you guys.
Yeah, they kicked us out.
I'm sure they did not.
I went to Queensbridge Houses and applied for an apartment. I'm trying to be the next Nas.
Do you think you'll get it?
The internship to be the next Nas.
Did you not just hear my rhymes earlier tonight?
Can you transfer there with your job?
Did I not just spit Illmatic over Luther Vandross? Don't come at me,
Dude,
bitch.
I call your answering machine just to listen to you talk.
Well, we're waiting for you to start the show with a
No,
joke.
they're not. No, they're not.
On
No,
walk
they're
in.
not.
On walk in.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Where's my married ladies at?
Oh no. But also, where my married ladies at? Oh, there's one right here. LA's a married woman.
That doesn't matter.
LA looks like a divorced Monique. Look at him.
You could have been my cellmate. The fuck? So, I'm depressed.
Oh, we know.
I've been practicing for my suicide by eating chocolate guns. Ironically, the chocolate makes me feel better. So I'm still here.
Stay away from bathrobes. Shout out to Bourdain.
Hey man, Kate
Too soon,
Spade.
buddy.
Kate Spade.
Too soon, buddy.
You live by the scarf, you die by the scarf.
Okay, that is enough. You like two soons.
Too soon.
Me too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Button your lip.
I gotta unbutton my top button now. You guys is making me hot. The devil gonna get me. My sister here, she know I ain't been to church in 5 years. We got time for this shit.
It's a white woman stage.
Christ.
It is. Circle K Tilda Swinton. I've used that more than once. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's a deep rep to an insult I laid on you 6 months ago.
It was not an insult. That is not an insult. But thank you.
I said that Leslie looks like a Circle K Tilda Swinton.
I got laid off that. You don't even know,
Did
bitch.
Michael Clayton fuck you? It's a deep movie rep for my film
wow,
buffs
it
and
is.
cinephiles.
You
She got
should move to New
Snowpiercer.
York.
Alright, can you
That's a
do
deep
one
rep.
fucking joke?
A one fucking joke? My neighbor told me her bird committed suicide. I said, oh, did he leave a note?
We made 3 high school shooting jokes and that got the biggest groan.
Yeah, it's 2018. I had a date the other night. Then I had some grapes.
Dad joke.
Then I had
Give me those
another.
rubbers.
Then I had another date.
Oh.
Then I had some cherries. Then I had another date. And then I sucked his dick. Because I got a 3-date rule. That's right.
I like that. You give me those magnums. That's a good dad joke. Those are 3 magnum rubbers.
I love the magnums. Yeah, that guy's looking at me. Married ladies, fucking shit up from the inside. Right? That's what I'm planning on. I'm single, though. I don't know. I got nothing else. That's it. Oh, hey, do you think Ouija boards are just Tinder?
Jesus Christ, that could have been 7 minutes.
You were talking about Ouija board.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think Ouija boards are just Tinder for ghosts?
We've got a premise.
Like, they're like down there, like, oh yeah. And then there's like this girl, ooh, I'm trying to bring Abraham Lincoln. Is Abraham Lincoln there? And he's like, swipe right. Oh, that's Abraham Lincoln. He's like, oh, he freed the slaves. Hold on, and then Abraham Lincoln's like, DTF? Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
I
You
miss
got
you guys.
one guy cheering. That's
I
only
miss-
because,
I
that's
miss
because he wanted to fuck his dead girlfriend.
Oh. Hey, shout out to the freeing the slaves and shit.
Oh, she. Give it up for Leslie
Give it up for
Barton,
Leslie
guys.
Barton.
Leslie Barton. She
Give
needs
it up for
a-
Abraham Lincoln. Give it up to the Civil War. It was about more than slavery, but it was mainly about slavery.
That was the shortest 7-minute set I've ever fucking heard. It was a failure on our lighting guy
I'll tell
and
you what,
our
back then,
guests.
Republicans are more aligned with
Fill the
Democrats
time
now.
slot.
You know, yeah.
That is a $1 performance. Do not pay her any more, Trevor's guys. This is a paid show. All of our guests can make as much as $5.
Trevor has $0 on it. I gave him
And
no money.
they'll make no less than $1.
Venmo her $1.
Venmo her something for what she just did up here. One more time for Leslie Barton, guys.
Leslie Barton, the father of Phoenix Comedy.
The father of Phoenix Comedy. He's definitely the dad of Phoenix Comedy. Alright, we're gonna do a quick story. We're gonna talk about some things that happened today. I'm gonna bring another guest up here. It'll be really quick, I promise. We didn't do that well as a nation in news stories that were worth talking about. Our next story, California has secession on the ballot this November. So, a measure to split the state into 3 states is now for voting. Anybody know this is happening? California is actually going to be able to vote on whether they're going to be California as we once knew it, California, or 3 different states.
Can you, what, how do we know California?
California.
That's alright. That's it. Yeah, that checks out. Fresh out of bail.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm drinking wine out of a mug. Fuck you.
Also, we're selling these mugs for $9.11. If anybody.
$9.11.
$9.11 for the mugs.
You want to buy it? Feel like shit? Go ahead.
You make a good Building 7 joke, I'll give you one for $9.11.
I'll throw it at you from across the parking lot if you catch it.
I'll throw it for you. It'll collapse if you make a good Building 7 joke.
Mike, are you done?
I'm sorry. There's thermite in the metal beam.
All right, that's enough. California has secession on the ballot. They're going to split up into 3 different states. And we actually took a look at the breakdown of what the split would look like. As you can see here, there's some weird shit going on here where LA has decided they're going to be their own fucking state.
Looks like LA. Looks like Louisiana.
Looks
That
like
is
a little
LA.
L. A little L.
Look at
Little
LA, the
LA.
Catalina Islands. Okay.
And then it's just like, hey, give all this bear country to fucking Sacramento. All the whale country to San Diego.
So you're calling this whale country?
Yeah, it's whale country.
Okay.
Let's
That's
break
an
down.
Inner city Baltimore education.
All right. It's whale country. It's a whale country. Northern California. So this is Northern California. This is Southern California, and the gall on LA to just call themselves California. There's some fucking assholes in LA, dude. Let's break down what each state would get. Northern California would get the Sacramento Kings, all the sex robots in Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah.
and the gays.
Oh, they get the
They
gays.
get all of the gays.
Huh.
The portion that would be called California would get all the comedians who have signed up for the open mic at the Comedy Store.
That includes Trevor Scott.
And Trevor Skies. And all the homeless Los Angeles has to offer. And Southern California would get the bulk of the nation's HPV outbreaks. Elian Gonzalez.
They've earned it. They've earned that.
And oh, look at that. They get the rest of the gays. So that's the
There's enough
breakdown
to
of
go around.
California as we know it. Hopefully that comes true because I really want to meet Elian Gonzalez. All right. Is everybody ready for our next guest on the lineup tonight? All right.
Late replacement, I think.
Please put your hands together for a man who definitely will not be able to cross the border back over to California, Mr. Thomas Zorio.
And she'll get love on Valentine's Day.
Welcome, everybody. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Thomas Zorio. Want to give a shout out to my friend Onward Newton tonight. We're here in Crescent Ballroom, and I want to give a shout out over here to Michael Turner for giving me the opportunity tonight. I appreciate it.
I hate your energy.
You're being very rude.
I'm sorry, did I say that in the mic?
This is our guest.
And then considering how we are in Arizona, bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, me llamo Tomás Zorio. Estamos aquí esta noche en Crescent Ballroom, aquí en Phoenix, Arizona. Tengo chistes bien chistosos para ustedes, espero que todos me oyen. Quiero dar mil gracias a mi amigo esta noche, Onward Newton, y también otros gracias a este puto Michael Turner.
I like it. Sounds fun. That's what I say to all those girls in the evidence.
I do not like how excited you've made Damian Ramos.
Did he say Mama me bonita? Did he say chicharito? I can't understand.
Please do a joke. I'm sweating like a preacher that just found out he's having an affair with the choir director.
I do that a lot at shows. I had somebody come up to me after a show once and they were like, "What are you?" Because that's what a racist sounds like.
Actually,
You
that's
took the words out of my mouth.
Michael James.
I'm a light-skinned Latino, but like some people call me a light-skinned Latino. All that really, like, there's just some basic benefits to that. I look white, and those are the benefits when you're a light-skinned Latino. That's it. My mom's Mexican. My dad's Cuban.
It's not your fault.
It's Turner.
Shout out to Pitbull, also.
Well, did they fuck? Did they fuck while they were in ICE holding cells?
Well, funny enough,
No, they separate families in that. Come
That
on.
that was the one that the Mexicans got mad at. We don't fuck Cubans. Shout out to Jesse Marie Cubano.
They fucked in an ice holding cell and made vanilla ice.
Stop it.
A heavy set vanilla ice.
He does like Jonah Hill after transgender surgery.
Oh my god. The stage is yours.
The
The
stage
white,
is
white
yours.
woman
I apologize. That was
stage. White
very
woman
rude of
stage.
us.
Shout out to Mr.
well, you
International,
guys,
Mr.
you guys just
Superstar.
answered how you get Drew Carey out of that combination. I appreciate it.
Oh my god.
I'm like a Filiberto's Mexican. I'm like a Filiberto's Mexican. Because I know I'm the only option for a lot of lonely drunk women at 2 in the morning. And men. And men.
Shout out to Ty Rivera.
Just took a look at Ty Rivera. He said no. Absolutely not.
Ty is neither a white woman nor drunk. But a man. So yeah, I guess it counts for something, right?
Please continue. You're doing swell.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh my god. Does anybody drive like more than a half hour to work? Anybody drive more? Yeah, you. Yeah, I found a way to cut your commute time down. Just do what I did today and get fired, and you don't have to worry about going back and forth to work anymore.
I was gonna say, you smell unemployed.
I did borrow these clothes out of your closet, so yeah, that makes sense.
Zorio came with some heat. We will dismantle you, sir. Tread lightly.
And the nice thing about your outfit is they come with an exit strategy out of the closet. Stage is yours.
Definitely. For legal reasons, I can't name the company that I used to work for. But the feeling was not Liberty Mutual.
Oh, I get it.
Jesus,
You triggered Trevor.
Christ. Trevor has a revenge trigger on that light.
He has the highest light this side of Mississippi.
Oh my God.
Do as much time as you want.
Do one structured joke.
I found a different job at a different call center. So my life's going great. And they got all the benefits that the last job did. Dental, vision, suicidal tendencies. And I can't name that company that I'm working for either. But if you guys need internet, I can CenturyLink you up with it after the show.
Those are 2 work puns. That's fun.
You should do one joke that's good before you leave.
We've got all night.
You think about it? I will let you go in your notebook. You can read it. The crowd is waiting for anything funny from
Any
you.
good 9/11 jokes are still relevant.
Well, Anwar, I dropped out of community college 3 times. I know what the fuck I'm talking about, all right?
I dropped out of community college too. Look at me, I'm wearing a suit, bitch.
Yeah! You'll be able to upgrade to denim in a year.
Well, if I make the money, sure.
So, I'm just going to leave on this. I work for a different company now, obviously. And let's just say they're a lot more progressive than Liberty Mutual was.
Fun puns.
Oh, my
You get an
God.
applause on it, so you might as well get the fuck off the stage. Get the fuck off
Get
the
the
stage
fuck
right
off the
now.
stage.
Give it up for Tommy
Thomas
Soria!
Zoria, everybody! Oh, he doesn't want to be a player anymore.
Oh, classic. I was bumping this in the UK. I was like, where's Big Pun at? One more time for Tommy Soria! Oh, and there's some space at the front table. Just go and grab a seat up there.
Thomas Zoria has vacated the
space
entire
at the front table, guys.
three-top. An entire 3-top left after Thomas Zoria.
That was enough. You walked the whole tabletop, Zorio.
He's
Good job.
Zorro.
Fucking trash bastard. Alright. We got one more news story. We're never just gonna pile on guests. I don't even fucking feel like telling the news anymore tonight. Alright. Our next news story of the night. Oh, we found this deep in the barrels of Reuters and the Associated Press. We felt like we had to bring it to you fine people tonight. So we've got a
Drudge Report is
got a Drudge Report story.
How you doing, sweetheart? I'm Mike.
Okay, please stop hitting on the guests. They're barely here in spirit.
Well, we
and
got she.
mental.
I've seen her. She's the bus driver for
All right,
Magic
please
School Bus.
be quiet. It's enough.
Miss Frizz is up front.
That's not Mrs. Frizzle.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. There's Travis Scott just walked in.
Oh, Travis Scott. Oh, there.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Is it?
T-Plane. It's T-Plane. It's lit.
Did you just have a baby with Kendall Jenner, my nigga?
Last time I saw you, you were on a golden
We
eagle
just
opening for
fucked the
Kendrick Lamar.
Kardashian.
Yeah,
There's
you got a
Travis
baby.
Scott, man. Is
You got a
it?
baby. Yes, man.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let's get to our news story that will not
Well, you
make
just
you
got
laugh.
goose. Did you get? I get goosebumps every time.
I get goosebumps every time.
Yeah.
With Travis Scott. I'm gonna play a Travis Scott song.
You
You
don't
guys
get
are a little
that credit.
confused. You guys are a little confused, and it's fine.
Ridiculous.
According to a study presented in Dublin on Saturday, feeling lonely is a strong predictor of premature death, and lonely people are twice as likely to die from heart problems. Which means all the guests you've seen so far will probably die of a heart attack by Halloween.
Yeah. Shout out to Thomas Zoria.
Oh, man, that felt good saying it. That was
It's a
good.
hot one.
That was the only punchline I had for that, and I got half an applause break. It's time to keep this show rolling.
We have a guest.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so our next guest coming to the stage is a man we've referenced several times tonight, and I want you guys to give a warm welcome to him because his hair is that Yaki number 5. Give it up for Ty Rivera!
Oh.
Glad you guys are back.
Thank you, Ty.
Thank you, Ty. You're very kind.
Are we starting off with a joke, or are you guys gonna chat with me?
I prefer not to talk to you right now.
Makes sense. It is a white woman's stage. I should be left alone here. Everybody is talking about suicide because Anthony Bourdain killed himself. The difference between Anthony Bourdain and a lot of these people is Anthony Bourdain was popular when he was alive.
Ty, you're being very
You
rude.
know, he didn't have to do it so people would pay attention to him.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
I have to be careful because I personally have ended up in 2 suicide notes. That's not a lie. On the second one, I felt like, well, I told him he was weak. Was I wrong?
Did you tell him to tie harder? I'm sorry.
That's enough. No more pun jokes.
I'm
for us
sorry.
tonight. No more pun jokes.
Tie the
It's
news.
enough.
He put the noose in the tie?
All right, don't go back into it. You're done.
I'm sorry. Ties it.
I feel like you're slowing me down. It's Gay Pride Month, which I have mixed feelings about. Hey. I am a fag. You know, I'm a little tired of the trans community right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I am, because I've had trans friends my entire adult life, and I think, like, right now, the rest of the world, well, straight America is actually open to the trans community. They're open to being, like, live and let live. But
Don't
I
speak
think,
for all of us.
I'm sorry.
well,
Hot mic.
the difference between me and you is you pay trans people to talk to you.
The stage is yours.
But yeah, when it comes to trans people, what bothers me is I don't think they're as open as they should be to like actually explaining themselves to people in certain cases, which I think would help, help quite a bit. Like I've had trans friends, like I said, my entire adult life, and the thing is, they didn't used to be so defensive. And now, like, I try to be understanding with younger trans people, but sometimes I look at them and I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this person. I don't know if they're going from boy to girl or girl to boy or what the fuck's going on. And so I do my best and I try to be respectful and I take a guess and then I turn out to be wrong and they get mad at me and I feel like, oh no, bitch, you don't get to be mad at me. It's not my fault you're a shitty artist.
Shout out to Picasso.
I mean, we all can agree that a butterfly is a beautiful thing. But if you were to cut the cocoon open halfway through and throw it out on the fucking street, you might be like, that's a fucking mess right there. You might not know it's a fucking butterfly. So what I'm getting at is trans people stay at home until you're pretty.
Fucking hell, Ty. We want to continue doing this show, actually.
You won me back.
All right.
Please continue. Your shirt is as white as the women that voted in our current president.
You know, I'm not a fan of white women right now.
Oh, who is?
Thank you. I appreciate your fucking
Except for
honesty.
Travis Scott in the front, who fucked Kendall Jenner.
I don't blame you. It's Kylie, by the way.
I can't keep track of it.
I don't fucking blame you. The difference is, though, Kendall was naturally pretty, and Kylie is pretty now.
That's a good tag to your trans joke.
No, don't give him tags.
I'm sorry.
No, I was talking about something. White women. They get on my nerves, you know. I feel about white women the way white people used to feel about black people back in the day. Like, they're cool, I just don't want them too close to me.
You started this joke and Jess Dykstra took the biggest gulp of water. As the whitest woman in the front row right now.
Yeah, no, well, here's the deal. I don't mind talking about white women because, like, I'm from Arizona, and I remember how racist this state was when I was growing up. You know, like, people would think they were complimenting you, but really they'd insult you. Like, when I was a kid, my friends' parents would tell me shit like, you're so nice and you're so polite, it's almost like you're not even Mexican. Yeah, and then they would let me know that I was basically white with brown skin. And I always felt like, do you think I want to be like you fucking white devil? I have no interest in being like you. I don't know if you know this, white people, but brown people, we think you're fucking dirty.
Oh shit, that's the reason why I didn't watch Roseanne. I thought the bitch was dirty as shit in the show.
Well, yeah, they're fucking dirty, and all you have to do to prove it is go over to their house and look at their fucking kitchen counter. Yeah, I don't know what these bitches have against wiping down fucking counters. I had a white roommate, she would not wipe down fucking counters. I don't know if wiping down counters killed her fucking father or what happened. Well, we've got 20 seconds. It's yours to do what you want with it. Yeah, I think I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys.
Ty will be there next Tuesday. Right, Alan?
I think this one right here. Everybody, come on, get up.
Are you playing camera?
Moving again. I'm like, one night.
Give it up one more time to Tyra Berry, y'all.
Still flipping.
Tyra Berry will actually be on our Tuesday show. We're doing a show about New York, and we're putting the best stand-up comics that we can fucking find in Central Phoenix between 16th and McDowell. And Ty was one of them. One more time with Tyra Berry, guys. All right. I just want to keep this party smoldering. We've got one more guest tonight. I will say another fucking reminder. Make sure everyone comes Tuesday night to Valley Bar to hear Ty talk more about white women in a derogatory way.
DM us for tickets.
But
DM me for tickets.
we do have one more person coming to stage who thankfully is not a white woman. Give it up for Treasure Guthrie!
Only a quarter white, friends. Only a quarter white. You're safe. Thank you guys.
Are you Octoroon?
An octoroon, yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
It's Octa White, I think, isn't it?
No.
What is it?
It's a white woman's stage.
You are correct.
That's fair.
Guys, I just wanted to thank you so much for inviting me to the roast of Thomas Zorio. And he's fucking walking back in. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this show. Folks, if I want to disappoint two people in the same room at the same time, I have to have a threesome because my dad's dead.
That is a fun joke for 12:20 a.m. on a Friday morning.
It's topical. The holiday is Sunday. I haven't had to deal with this shit in like 8 years. It's amazing. You know what I know about power tools? Jack shit, because my dad killed himself. It's so great. Best thing he ever did for me.
Happy Motherfuckers Day to all the motherfuckers out there on Sunday.
So I'm in therapy. Shocking, I know. But my therapist, I know, it's a joke. I've been thinking about doing comedy. I've been thinking about it.
So is everybody else we've had on this
Yeah, I think you're mixing up comedy and therapy right now.
Oh, aren't we all?
You need a Klonopin? You need a Zanny bar?
If you have one. Alright, back to the jokes. You're right, back to the jokes. I'm in therapy, and my therapist has been telling me that every week I need to do at least one thing that's just for me, like a self-care thing. So this week, I decided to stalk my ex on Twitter.
Yep.
Because sometimes you just gotta check back in on them to make sure they still suck, and they always do. Did he independently publish a book of his own tweets? Yes, he did. Is he still unironically using the word frick to describe sexual encounters? Yes, he is. Does his new haircut both make him look like a Hitler Youth recruit and emphasize the fact that he will last 45 seconds in bed and then immediately play you a slam poem? Yes, it does.
Did you have sex with Leslie Barton pre-post op?
Pre-post op is a deep...
Pre-post op.
Pre-post op.
Pre-post op.
That's just pre-op.
Oh, be that lucky.
There it is, the Hitler Youth Trajan Donkey.
Thank you, thank you.
She got the magnums.
But I won't be needing these because I'm dating and I'm doing it the right way. I'm not fucking him 20 minutes into the first date to try to get over said ex that independently published a book of his own tweets. I'm being a classy lady this time.
Sounds like the opposite to me, but...
Did you date Donald Trump?
Michael, it's a white woman station.
That's
Insult
fair.
me like this.
That's fair.
But it's been going well, except for since we're not fucking, we gotta talk. And I only talk about 2 subjects, and it's pre-imperial Rome. And being a feminist killjoy at movies. Because your girl was a film theory major in college, and that's why I'm here.
I tell you right now, Trajan, a lot of black women are looking at you from the left side of the room, and they do not want you to touch the candied yams. They don't want you to touch any cooking. They want you to sit in the fucking living room, girl. We will cook the food.
This is not the first time I've heard this. I do live with my Jamaican mother. No, watching movies with me is like trying to watch movies with like a slightly more fuckable Roger Ebert.
Something about him lacking a chin actually made him kind of fuckable.
I gotta shave down my chin. That's my problem.
That is the problem.
Shave down your chin. What the fuck?
It's a thing. It's a thing. FFS. Look it up.
It was
We
cancer.
apologize, Trajan. The stage is yours.
I like watching movies with me or just sitting on the couch. Like, do we have to discuss the feminist ramifications of this scene from Transformers? It's a thing. There's more academic papers than there should be. Can we enjoy something for once? For the runtime of this movie, can you be as dumb as your tits make you look?
Shout out to Megan Fox in the first Transformers.
I've been dating a lot of southern dudes lately. Like the last 3 dudes I've dated have been from the south, and they get progressively souther. Like it's like I'm selling my pussy downriver.
Shout out to Tom Sawyer. Shout out to Huckleberry Finn.
And I know what you're thinking, Crescent Ballroom. Trajan, I didn't know you were a masochist. No, I'm an opportunist. Because white guilt, it exists. It's a thing. It gets you shit. Southern white guilt is so immediate and so prescient. Because the possibility that he has a Klans member in his immediate family, at least 50%.
Checks out.
And you know what that means for me? I haven't had to buy shit in the past year. Oh, you want to go Dutch on this dinner with the 54 cents I'm making on every one of your white man's dollar? Oh, honey, I'm getting my 40 acres and a mule, 1 gin and tonic at a time.
I got the weirdest boner right now.
You gotta put it away. Put it away. Put it away. Put it away.
How southern are you?
Put it away.
Cincinnati, but I can see Kentucky.
I said south, not Midwest. I want my racism immediate.
I've been to Kentucky.
Like that shit.
I want his aunt to possibly call me the pretty colored girl that comes over.
I know all the words to Chattahoochee by Alan Jackson.
I like my racist. I don't want that undercover shit.
I think God gave me big feet to keep me humble. Because I'm a size 10 in ladies. Is anyone else here over a size 8 in ladies? It's fucked up, ain't it? Because what that means is I don't have fucking choices. Walking into a Foot Locker is just hello ma'am, would you like to see our collection of Crocs? You seem like you're going to be on your feet all day. How about some work boots? So whenever I walk into any shopping establishment, it's like I'm just throwing shoes into my cart like I'm some kind of orthopedic doomsday prepper. These shoes right here, I don't know if the live stream is going to get them, it doesn't matter.
They're about to get an upskirt in a second.
Yeah, we are. My
It's about to be a rated R live stream in this
It's a good thing I
motherfucker.
wore my best granny panties tonight.
This is about to be a Thursday night clam bake in this bitch.
Jesse Johnson just commented, first comment and probably last comment. Right when you flashed her, so that's
Fuck
good.
yeah. Tell her to call me tomorrow.
I'll comment that, yo.
Fuck yeah. like these shoes, I got them at Walmart because I stopped in for duct tape and I realized that they were available. But my problem with that is I bring my same philosophy from shoe shopping to dating. So like whenever I see like a dude, I'm just like, fuck it, I don't know when another one's coming. Like I know his beard makes him look like a Russian supervillain, but Trey's not. You don't have many options. It's been 6 months.
Well, LA is here and he looked like Monique. You want to fuck him?
You know, I did see Precious about 20 times. I did have a weird reaction to that movie, considering who I am and what it's about.
It looks like if you mix Forrest Whitaker and John Travolta in Battlefield Earth.
Oh, don't check. I'll flash the camera again.
Don't flash Jessie. She's in LA now.
Y'all,
said,
I got
"Whoa,
that
got a
blinding
shout
light,
out."
so that's my time. Thank you guys so much.
Give it up for Jason
Don't move. Don't get dunked on, baby. Oh. Is the new Nas out yet? Maybe.
Oh, hey, one more time to take all that thing out. All right. We are at the end of our show. I have had 3 mugs of wine. I'm in a full suit and I'm sweating profusely.
And if anybody does want a mug, $9.11.
We got these mugs, these beautiful mugs. I'll hold them up for you so you can see. Get some light on that motherfucker. That's the show right there. You get a nice little mug to drink your wine out of, or coffee if you're some sort of weirdo. But we do have mugs. If you want one, you get it. Hey guys, that is about the end of our show. We do this every week, every Thursday. My name is Omar Newt. This is Michael Turner. Give it up for Ty Rivera, Thomas Zorio, Leslie Barton, and Trey John Junkin.
Thomas Zorio, the roast of Thomas Zorio.
I do implore all of you guys to come Tuesday to Valley Bar, where we do less of this suit and tie shit and more of just straight up telling good jokes. And it's going to be a good time. Ty Rivera will be there doing a solid hour and a half on transgender rights.
Dave Ross is doing 7 minutes.
Dave Ross will do 2 minutes on his dog.
2 minutes. LA 3.
LA will do a rap at the beginning and end of the show. It's been a great show. Make sure you come out. We're all going to go to Gracie's after this. I do like to end our show with one last video to help your week suck just a little bit less. And we did not forget about old Robbie D.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert De Niro.
Is he over with it?
I'm going to say one thing.
Fuck Trump.
Damn, bitch! Damn!
It's a white woman's thing.
Hey, you guys have a great night. That is this week's Up Tonight.